was a little behind. I got molested so much getting on the airplane. I want to apologize for how I'm dressed. This is all for Miss Tammy Rack. She's looking. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
This is John Carter of Mars, Korea. Yeah, now or never. When I was in university, we used to have a little phrases around ninja moment. Like, oh, typical ninja, meaning Nick Haru did something off the seat of his pants and didn't think it through and just kind of threw himself into it, and hopefully he fell ass backwards into good luck, which is usually what happens. So this is a story about that. So when I was 17, in the year 2000, we moved to this little town in Pennsylvania called Caldersport, PA. And it was awful and everyone hated me. And my parents started going to this little church where everything was awful and everyone hated me. But in like the back of the church, there was this really cute kind of like goth chick. And I really had a thing for her, but I never had the balls to actually talk to her. So fast forward 10 years to 2010. I've been in Korea now for about 3 years, and I'm visiting the States. And, America! And my dad, who's a very caring individual, he likes to take young kids who have problems under his wing. And so I'm visiting the States, and he says to me, Nick, I've got this kid, David, who's got some drug problems, and he could really use some good, like, male role models. Like you do kung fu, you travel abroad, you should hang out with him. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm hanging out with this kid. He's a nice kid. And he mentions his sister. He's like, hey, maybe you know my sister. She's about your age. I'm like, yeah, I don't really know. I don't really talk to anybody from that town. He's like, yeah, she's kind of dark. And it was then that I noticed the family resemblance. I went, oh, her. Oh, I do remember her. So a few weeks later, my dad decides to invite some people over to the house. I remember it was the Strike Force women's featherweight fight between Christiana Cyborg and Marloes Kunin for the featherweight title. And David comes along, and David brings his sister with him. And I thought, ooh, she's really pretty. And this caused a lot of problems for me because I was dating somebody very seriously in Korea. And I never once strayed, but I thought to myself, oh, she's still really pretty. And I thought to myself, oh, she's probably just like a mopey goth chick. I've dated plenty of them. She's probably really into art and drawing like sad clowns and stuff. And I had recently acquired an N64 at a flea market. And I said, like, hey, does anybody want to play Goldeneye? She goes, hell yeah, I do. I'll kick your ass. I'm like, shit, she's spunky too. And this caused me a lot of problems because in the 2 years I was dating my girlfriend in Korea, I never once met a girl who made me look twice. And in fact, I had this really weird moment of panic where I was like, I'm never gonna get to date this girl and find out if anything was there. And I had this really weird, like, anxiety, panic moment about that. But I'm the most loyal man in the world, so I made sure to keep my distance. I don't know a lot about temptation, but I know that you should avoid it. So we only hung out in groups. Like, if we ever went out, I made sure there was a lot of people there, and sure enough, she was really funny and really spunky and really interesting and really cool, but I kept my distance because I'm a good boyfriend. And that's all there was to it. A few months later, I went back to Korea. And the girlfriend and I started having problems, having nothing to do with her. It was one of those things where, you're dating a person for 2 years, and it's like either you're going to get married and be forever, or you're going to end it. And we ended up ending it for a lot of reasons. I started seeing some other people. A few months later, I actually went in for my 5th surgery, and I was at a very low point. And I didn't really know what to do with my life. And right before I'm going in for surgery, I get this message on Facebook. And it's from that girl in the States. And she says, hey, I just want to let you know that I really like you. And I don't know if anything will happen, but I just want you to know that you're really cool and I really kind of dig you. And I thought, yeah, I kind of dig you too. But I'm a 27-year-old man, and my heart had been through the ringer, and I just didn't know if I had the energy to like begin a serious long-distance relationship with someone who I never really spent a lot of time with in person. So I continued seeing other people to varied levels of success. And but myself and this young lady continued to talk on the internet. And one day, it's December 2011, and I realized that I have a week-long vacation booked. My sister had planned on getting married. She called off the wedding. I booked the time, spent all the money on the tattoo. But I realized that I had all this time off, and I thought that'd be a perfect time to actually meet this girl and find out, what's up, if there's anything that real can come from this. And but I didn't have the money, so I thought, well, I guess this is just going to be some crazy pipe dream. Probably nothing's ever going to happen with her. She lives in America. I live in Korea. I've got a great life here. And just nothing's going to happen. Until one day I go to work, and I worked at Moonkong at the time. And this is back in like the heyday, the boom years. And my boss comes in and she says, "Hey, we're having the Moonkong Christmas party this year. The grand prize, is $5,000. Second place is $4,000, and third place is $3,000. And I thought, yeah, that's enough money for a plane flight. So, well, what can I do for a talent show? And I thought, yeah, I've got mad salsa dancing skills. Yeah! I got that. I got this. So my friend Christine and I, who trained salsa together, we decided, who also was in a very precarious relationship situation, we thought, you know what? Let's just do this together. It's now or never. Let's just go all in on this. So we practiced solid, like 3 hours a night for that entire month of December. And we get to the Moonkong Christmas party on Christmas Day, no less, dirty heathens. And every group before us had all done the same K-pop song. So we're like, we're feeling pretty good about this. But before we went on stage, the guy backstage goes, "Hey, do you guys want fire in your performance?" We thought, yeah, we want fire in our performance. And we got out on stage and we rocked it. We crushed it. There was no one even coming close. Yeah. But even then, we know, there's politics. There's a lot of groups representing a lot of Moonkong schools. We really don't know how we're gonna do. And they called out fourth place, and it was like a $10 gift certificate to Burner Burgers or something. And they gave that out. Crap. I don't know if we got this. In third place, Nick and Christine with $3,000. We thought, split halfway at $1,500. Yeah, that's enough for a plane ticket. And so we were ecstatic. Yeah. So I bought myself a plane ticket to the States, and I met this girl, and things worked out lovely. Like, we just clicked. Everything worked out really well. And a few months later, she made some money to come visit me in Korea, and we've been together officially ever since. We've been together for about 3.5 years. And for 3.5 years, she has been my ninja training buddy, and she's been my adventure buddy, and she's been my Catwoman and my Katamiya. And I would like to keep it going a lot longer than that, so I'm asking you right now, Meredith Ray Cobb, if you would do me the honor of being my wife.